So I asked ChatGPT to generate me the most commonly asked questions that women in STEM have about dating and relationships. This is Hey Salceologists, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Angela and I am the Salceologist. And on this channel, we empower STEM women to reach their potential. This is part 2 of my multiple part series on this topic. I highly recommend that you watch the first part of this series because I do go into a bit of detail about why it's important to consider your options when it comes to dating and how that impacts your ability to reach your potential as a driven woman, as an ambitious woman, and how we tie that all into, building our careers and building success in the STEM industry. But otherwise, let's get into the questions today. How do I deal with a partner who doesn't support my STEM career aspirations? I think you should dump him, sis. We don't have time for this. If he doesn't support your career and your aspirations, then maybe he can aspirate out of your life. Congratulations, you're now single. Next question. How do I ensure that my self-worth isn't tied to the success of my relationship or career in the STEM industry? Unfortunately, as women, ever since we've come out of the womb, we have been conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to external things in our reality. We never get to really truly understand our true power until we realize that our worth is not based on all of these external factors. The truth is, we decide how much we are worth in this life. We decide what we tolerate in this life. We decide how much love we give to ourselves. And it's so easy to believe that you are not worthy of things and that you are not enough, because I guess that's what society has been telling us since the day we were born, isn't it? If we're not in a certain position in our careers, if we're not making a certain amount of money, if we have barely $1 to our name and we're riddled with thousands of dollars in debt, if we are single, especially if you're single in your 30s like I am, all of these things mean that we're worthless, that we have no value to add in this world and no value to add to this society. No matter what's going on in your life right now, no matter how imperfect you seem to believe that you are enough just by existing in this world. You don't have to be anyone or anything other than your true, authentic self to deserve great things in life. I am shocked and amazed every single day at the stories that I hear about women in terms of their resilience, their tenacity, and the things that they've accomplished in this world. This world was not built for us to succeed. This system, this society was not built for us to succeed. We're seeing women everywhere overcoming those challenges and succeeding anyway. That says a lot about us as a collective, I believe. Like, we have a portal of spirituality in between our legs. Our bodies are literally built to create life. You're a goddess, you're a literal goddess. And you deserve to be worshipped. Let them know how much you're worth and add tax to that, because people out here be wasting our time, okay? Disempowering us. Ew. How do I handle stereotypes that I am too serious or intimidating because I am a woman in STEM? The truth about having someone intimidated by you, especially if they're a potential partner, is that you have to remember that just because they find you intimidating, it doesn't actually mean you are. Having someone feel intimidation towards you is based on their own perspectives and perceptions of you. It actually has nothing to do with you and who you truly are as a person. You could be the Miss Universe of approachability, and someone will still find you intimidating. I'll use men as an example. When men find women intimidating, it's not necessarily a bad thing because intimidation can be triggered by a lot of different reasons. A lot of the time, you're probably making the guy nervous because you're probably really smart, you're beautiful, you got everything going for you, people love you, you've got an amazing personality. I'd be intimidated too. Like, maybe the guy hasn't ever encountered someone like you before because you're already challenging the type of women that he's used to being around and you're different. Maybe he finds you really attractive. I don't know. It doesn't always necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Intimidation is a natural feeling. It's a natural feeling to be nervous and scared with lots of things in life. How many times have you had an opportunity come into your life where you weren't afraid to take it? You know, because there's a lot of risk involved in a lot of these opportunities. It's outside of our comfort zone. So it's very natural for us to feel a bit hesitant. It's the same with dating. The thing about dating is you're not pursuing a career opportunity that has a bit of predictability behind it. If you take the opportunity, it usually rewards you. When it comes to dating, it's a bit different. It's unpredictable because the person that we're trying to pursue is a human being and human beings are unpredictable. So there's a little bit more of an element of fear there, and they know that they can't just approach you in any sort of way. They have to sort of have a think about their game a little bit and figure out what the strategy is going to be to approach you in a way because they don't want to get rejected. Those who recognize a great opportunity know the importance of taking a big risk and a leap of faith for something. They know that the fear of rejection is nothing compared to the feeling of regret that you get when you don't pursue a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It doesn't matter how bold you are, it doesn't matter how strong your personality is or what you've accomplished in your life that makes you amazing. He will push past all of those feelings of nervousness and anxiety and whatever it is that he's feeling. He will pursue you anyway. Even if he's scared, even if he's anxious, even if he's worried about the fear of rejection, because he knows, if he's a smart man, he knows that you're probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, once-in-a-lifetime type of person. And if he doesn't do it now, he's going to miss his opportunity and regret it for the rest of his life. As a woman in this situation, what you do is you keep doing you and you keep being authentic to who you are because what they think of you is none of your business. And we do not dull ourselves down for anybody, especially potential dating partners. It is not your job to make yourself more palatable for men or for any potential dating partners out there. It is not your job to make yourself more digestible to make people comfortable. Just remember that if a guy is too afraid to approach you because he's intimidated by you, he's probably not your man. It's probably not the guy for you. The right guy for you will see you, probably still be intimidated and scared and nervous, but will still approach you anyway. That type of guy is worth the wait. How can I enjoy Valentine's Day if I'm single and focused on my career? Excellent question. I actually created this dating and relationship series on my channel because Valentine's Day was approaching, and I understand that women can feel a bit sad around this time if they don't have someone to celebrate with in terms of a romantic partner or a romantic prospect. I get it. I've been there before. I do understand that sometimes it can make you feel really lonely. I want to preface by saying that I'm a hopeless romantic. I really love things like Valentine's Day. But mind you, I've never celebrated Valentine's Day with a partner before. I always celebrate Valentine's Day with the girls or with family. Valentine's Day is just a day that celebrates all forms of love. Most of the time, traditionally, it's romantic love. If you've got that in your life, then that's great. But if you don't want to celebrate it, it's just another day. It really comes down to the meaning that you assign the day. I always celebrated Valentine's Day out with the girls. I would organize dinners with the girls to have everyone together and to just celebrate sisterhood, you know? So you're telling me just because I'm single that I can't go out and celebrate love, have chocolates and have flowers and get dressed up and go out to a nice restaurant and eat somewhere and hang out with the girls and have a laugh with them and take great photos and have a great night. Like, says who? I still want to enjoy myself. Is that all right with you? Or I tell you what, let me share with you my best Valentine's Day experience ever in my life. It was actually last year. I was in the Philippines with my cousins and my family friends and some friends from Australia. And we went to this beach called Zambales. We went island hopping on this yacht canoe thing. And that's what we did for Valentine's Day. We went from island to island. We brought some breakfast with us. We sat on an island, white sand, blue water, and we just talked about business and life and had a great time. Holidays like Valentine's Day are purely designed to promote capitalism and consumerism. This day is just another day. You do not have to celebrate it if you do not want to. If you do want to celebrate it, take yourself out, buy yourself flowers, gather the girls together, have a great time. You do not need anyone's permission to celebrate a day of love. What are some unique gift ideas for Valentine's Day for someone who loves science and technology? That's a good question. Is there a brand out there that sells science-inspired gifts for women in STEM? That would be great to give them on Valentine's Day. I tell you what though, I really don't like it when brands do like a shameless promotion halfway through a video to sell something, you know? It's really tacky. This is my shameless plug for my brand, Salceology. These are perfect gifts for Valentine's Day and they come in pretty little boxes, so they're all gifted. A lot of my customers who buy from Salceology are actually men. And I've actually noticed that the men buy pieces for their partners. So either their partners are in STEM and have told their boyfriends or husbands or whatever to buy from Salceology to gift to them, or they've found us on social media and thought that we would make a great present for their partners. And some women in STEM have been buying it for themselves, friends, family, or other girlfriends. So have a look at the website. All our details are below. We ship pretty fast as well if you're in Australia. So yeah, it's all there. Just in case you need a last minute present. And don't even come for me in the comments section, okay? That was a legit question that ChatGPT generated for me for this series, okay? So I just happen to own a brand that sells science jewelry. So seriously though, before I started Salceology, I used to get a lot of science-inspired gifts from Etsy. There are a lot of amazing small businesses on Etsy who create a variety of science-inspired things, and I always used to buy from them all the time. One time, one of the girls really loved cooking, but she was also a chemist, so she studied chemistry as her bachelor's degree. So I bought her this really cool periodic table chopping board and a test tube set to store all like your secret herbs and spices. It was so cute, all very chemistry themed, and she really loved it. So yeah, Etsy is another good store. Some of my competitors out there also sell some really good jewelry, but you know, you wouldn't do that to me, would ya? Should I date colleagues within my discipline, or is that too risky in STEM environments? Interesting question. I'm not judging you, but that's an interesting question. I would tread very carefully and be incredibly cautious about dating people within your professional networks. People talk, and they talk a lot, and I never want brilliant women who watch my channel to have their careers and their intelligence diminished, all because they were associated with the wrong person in the field. I always caution women to make sure that you're using your discernment when you are mixing your professional and your personal life, especially in our industry. I've been in the industry for a very, very long time, and I have already explained in previous videos that the STEM industry in itself is one of the most professional environments that you will probably work in. It's a highly regulated industry and there's a certain level of professional caliber. There's always a lot of talk about ethics and regulation in our industry because of the nature of the work that we do and how important it is. In the STEM industry in particular, your professional reputation matters, especially when you're a woman. Your professional reputation in the industry is not so much who you are as a person on a daily basis. It describes more of what you're known for in the professional realms and networks that you work in. Having a good professional reputation in this industry is an important and very powerful weapon in your arsenal when it comes to achieving success and reaching your potential in the STEM field. Guard your professional reputation with your life. Guard it with your life. Having a good professional reputation in our industry will carry you very far on your career journey and will open up a lot of doors for you. And from my professional and personal experiences and observations, I've noticed that when a woman is perceived as a threat, or happens to be doing great things with her life and is on the trajectory to incredible success, sometimes people who are not happy for her success or does not want to see her succeed will come for her reputation. Having our reputation tarnished in the industry is really dangerous for us as women because we already have barriers against us as it is. Unfortunately, because the STEM industry is built on a patriarchal system, it can give men a bit of an advantage sometimes because there are mechanisms in place that actually can protect their reputation even when they're doing questionable things. You hear about this all the time. But as women, we are very vulnerable and our reputation is what carries us through the industry, and we must protect that and guard that with our lives. And I know that might be a bit controversial considering as women we should be treated the same as men, and men can seem to get away with a lot of things and not have their reputation tarnished. Trust me, I get it. It makes me angry every single day. But right now, in the current generation and society and the way it's set up, there will still always be that level of bias in the industry about how women are perceived. These sorts of situations can be inevitable sometimes. Sometimes you just meet a great person and they so happen to be in the professional environment. I think you always just have to keep in the back of your mind, and ask yourself, is this situation I'm putting in worth it? Is it worth sacrificing my professional career? Is it worth affecting my reputation in the field? And I don't want anyone to think that I'm lecturing them or, explaining the obvious and dictating what's right and wrong. I just really would hate for a woman who has worked so hard in her career, blood, sweat and tears to build her reputation and build herself professionally from the ground up, to have that all destroyed or to have doors closed for her just because she was associated with the wrong person. That's the one thing that I don't want to happen to women in this field because it happens too much. I've seen it with my own eyes and I don't think it's fair. That's all I'm saying. Should I tone down my STEM passion when dating? Or is it better to be unapologetically myself? One of the biggest mistakes I believe we make as women is that we approach dating the way we approach our careers. There is a certain way you carry yourself in the professional environment to achieve success. In a corporate environment, even though it doesn't matter whether you're working in a lab, in a hospital, in an office, in a university, in a research facility, whatever, the STEM industry is still a very specialized corporate environment that has a corporate structure. There is a game with set rules, and if you understand the rules of the game and play it better than anyone else, you will be successful in that industry. Dating is completely different. Even though there are some, dating cultures and norms and traditions and things that sort of change over time that people tend to follow, at the end of the day, because you are pursuing another human beings are unpredictable. The best approach, I believe, in dating that seems to work every single time is to approach dating just by being truly authentic to who you are as a person. I believe that showing up as your true authentic self in dating is the best algorithm that you can follow. It's so important for your health and well-being to have someone who loves and accepts you for the person that you are and who supports you on your journey to success. It's so important. I don't know. I don't even know if I explained that answer properly, but I don't know. I hope that made sense. And that was part 2 of the most commonly asked questions that STEM women have about relationships and dating. Tell me in the comments, do you agree with some of my answers? Do you disagree? Do you have any questions of your own that you would like to ask? Let me know. Don't be scared. Sometimes I wonder if you guys are scared of me. You're not asking me anything. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.